guys, it's Lynn with Little Nursery. I am here with Baby Mia. She is my Ella full body silicone baby by Jennie Lee. If you guys have been following me for a little while, you guys know that I got Ella last summer at the Rose Doll Show. I woke up early and ran straight to Jennie's booth, and I was so lucky to get to adopt her. So, but yeah, she's absolutely precious. She's like a perfect newborn size. And I don't know what it is about this baby, but it's just like the way that she, like her expression, she's just so peaceful. I think that's like what really draws me to her. And she's poured in a super soft silicone. You can see how floppy her head is. And oh my gosh, she's just such a dream to hold. So I love this little girl. So anyway, I wanted to change her out of this little me sleeper into this super cute gray sleeper, which I got from Children's Salon a little while ago. This is by Babidu, and it's a size 0 months, so it's a newborn size. So cute. Yeah, and I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about, I guess a couple. I guess one thing that's like on my mind is, and this kind of happened the day that I posted my box opening video of my Happy Mail from Annie and Kelly, and it was like unfortunate timing because Annie had seen a video that really upset her, and she's decided to take a little bit of a break from YouTube, and I don't blame her. And she and I've been messaging, and I kind of know what the situation is, and it's just somebody who said something not very nice about her, and even though they didn't say her name by name, but she was really hurt by the comment. And so anyway, let me go ahead and get her changed here while I chat with you guys a little bit. But yeah, it just made me really sad. And this is not the first time this person has said something hurtful about other people in the community. It's happened a lot. And it's just one of those things. I think people sometimes are drawn to certain channels for the drama, and I guess it's your prerogative what you want to watch. Like I don't even follow this person anymore. Actually, I have so little time in general these days just to watch videos, that I feel like I'm always like behind on just like my friends' videos and the channels that I'd like to follow regularly. So I didn't even know what was going on at all. And so I went back and checked it out, and yeah, and I could see how it was really hurtful. So anyway, but for those of you guys who watch both of our channels, like Annie said, she will be back in a few weeks. She's just going to take a break, which I totally understand. And we all have to do what's right for us. And sometimes when, YouTube is a bit of a crazy place, sometimes when things get a little bit nuts, and I think, yeah, sometimes when things get nuts, like we just sometimes need to take a step back, and that's okay. But I do think that most of us who are on YouTube, like this is our happy place, and we want it to be a fun place and a safe place where we can share our dolls, and sometimes when we share information, we share it with the best intentions, and maybe if we say something and it's like not 100% factual, I think people should give each other the benefit of the doubt that information wasn't shared on purpose or to be shady, or and I think for Annie to be accused of that, I think that's what really hurt. So anyway, I also wanted to share something else that had happened not too long ago, because I think part of also having a channel is, we have a lot of people who are following us, and these are some of the people who follow us are people who become people that are like more like friends, and people that maybe we've corresponded with because we have mutual interests, or maybe we met them at a doll show, and we consider them like our dolly friends now. And then there are others who follow us who, and I think it's easier honestly to get to know other people, like I think a lot of people who comment on my channel, for example, some of them don't have their own channels. They comment regularly, but they don't necessarily create content themselves. And because of that, it's harder for me to like know that person as well, I guess. Or if we're not, connected on Facebook and I'm not kind of seeing and following their posts and vice versa, it's easier to not really like it feels more one-sided, I guess, where, people, a lot of people might know me, but it's not, it doesn't go, it's not reciprocal. So I get like I get a lot of messages, kind of on a daily, weekly basis from various people, and sometimes it's like it's totally fine. Like if it's a situation where, oh my gosh, isn't she so cute? I'm gonna actually style her hair a little bit. But yeah, so I have just a soft toothbrush and just a water bottle. So that's all I really use. So I was just gonna say that. I think with YouTube and with social media, here, I'm going to go ahead and move her a little bit closer here. Hopefully you guys can still see her. Hold on, let me see if she's still in the view. Okay, I think so, but let me just zoom out just a tiny tad. Okay. Sorry guys, I've had the flu this past week, and I feel like we're finally starting to get better as a family, but it is just, it's been brutal. It's been like a whole week, basically. Started with a cough, and it's just been, yeah, so it's just taking a while. You guys, I'm like the worst baby hairstyler. I like need to learn how to root hair so I can like learn also like how to style it. But poor Jenny is probably watching this and cringing because I'm like not... You know who I need to get to style my little Mia's hair is, I think Elisabetta did a great job. Elisabetta Bananie, she, one of the ladies I met at the doll show. So it was like one evening we were all sitting around, and she took, little Mia and she helped me style her a little bit. So we'll figure it out. I'm just going to kind of play with it a little bit while we chat. So yeah, I mean, okay, so I was just going to say, and these are really kind of two separate topics. I think I just wanted to wish Annie well, and, if I think she's probably not even going to see this video because I think she's just taking a break from YouTube. But for those of you guys who are concerned, that's kind of what happened. Like, it was an insensitive comment made about her, and a lot of assumptions were made about her intentions behind something she said in one of her videos, and she was just really hurt by it. So, yeah, okay, so back to my, sorry, back to my train of thought. So I get like random messages, and I don't know if those of you guys who have channels get the same thing. And sometimes like, sometimes people like message me, and, and we will exchange a couple messages back and forth, and like, that's cool. Like I'm okay with that, and it's sometimes nice to just hear from people and whatnot. But I think where it can get a little bit awkward is if there's kind of an expectation that you're gonna kind of message each other a lot, if that makes sense. And really, at the end of the day, like, I don't know this person, and so I had a situation recently. That's cute. She looks so cute. I had a situation recently where like this one lady had contacted me, and originally she contacted me kind of inquiring about a custom order, and then and we exchanged some messages, and I kind of gave her my price ranges, and then and for whatever reason, I guess she didn't really want one of my dolls after all, and that's fine. But then she started like asking me advice for getting a doll from another artist, and all of this stuff. So we had this whole conversation, and I tried to be polite, and I sent over actually even some specific links to dolls she might want to purchase or consider, and like trying to think of things that could fit her price range and things like that. So we kind of went back and forth on that for a little bit, and it wasn't like, it was anything, and I think the whole time it wasn't like there's anything like kind of weird about that interaction. It did cross my mind that, it does feel a little bit like maybe not considerate of an artist's time to be trying to message them about buying a doll from a different artist. I don't know, if you guys feel that way too, but I thought that felt a little bit weird that, I was spending so much time like advising her about other artist dolls, but I get it. Like, I'm also a collector, so, she was probably just wanting my advice. So this went on for a little while, and then she started like sending me just like just kind of like just random chat about random stuff, like, photos of herself, photos of her mom, photos of like a random plant, photos of the view outside of her house. And it was just like a lot. And it was like every day, multiple times a day. And, I was like starting to get really anxious and stressed out trying to keep up with the messages. And then, she would sign off some of her messages like, love you and Audrey, and, all that stuff. And it's like, no, I totally, that's great. Like, I get like, our, people who watch our channel, you guys grow attached to us and other YouTube creators because you guys feel like you know us. But it's like one thing when I get it as a comment on a video, and that to me is like totally fine. But it was weird to like, kind of have this like daily messaging going on. So finally, I just, kind of emailed her and I said, look, I don't even message like my own family this much. And I, I can't keep up this pace of like back and forth messages. And I apologize that I can't, but it's just not a realistic expectation. And it also just a kind of a reminder to her that, that I get a lot of messages from different people, and, just for her to maybe remember that. And I just really can't do this daily messaging thing. So, anyway, so at that point, the correspondence stopped. And then, yeah. So anyway, that was just like kind of my experience. And I don't know if you guys who are out there who have channels like experience the same thing, where you have like, and there are actually some ladies who have messaged me and they don't have channels of their own. And, we've, and I don't know, maybe the communication just felt kind of more normal or, natural. And, we sort of became more friendly via email and stuff, even though we never met before and whatnot. And there are a couple ladies I think about in that boat, and maybe if the messaging is like occasional, it's totally cool. Like, every so often, we'll exchange a couple messages, but I think to have an expectation of daily messaging, it's just too much. So I had to kind of draw that boundary and just be very direct and say, yeah, I just can't maintain that, right, with everything going on in my life right now. So YouTube is one of like many things that I do. And so, so anyway, if she's watching this, I hope she understands like kind of just the reasoning, but also just like all those random messages, it did feel a little weird because I didn't really know her. So, maybe just for the future as she corresponds with other people too, maybe just to be mindful of that, I think is a good thing. Cause it's like, yeah, I mean, and I don't mind like when people message me about doll related stuff and just, kind of genuinely want my advice. But when it starts to kind of get off topic from dolls and it's like about stuff I'm not really interested in chatting about, or like talking about the weather or where I live and stuff like that, I mean, I don't really, all of that just feels like kind of empty noise to me. So it's not like super meaningful topic of discussion. So anyway, that is, I need to pick up this girl. I just realized I haven't picked her up yet. So you guys can see how cute she is. Oh my gosh, she's so cuddly, this girl. I still feel so lucky to this day just to have this baby. I'm so so happy she's in my collection. Look at her, she's so sweet. And guys, she does have a drink and wet system. I've never tried using it before. I'm still like, I don't know, somewhat like, I don't think I feel like I need that feature in my, kind of higher end artist dolls. Like we have Baby Alive and things like that for drink and wet. But I mean, I guess it would be kind of, I don't know, maybe it would be kind of cool to try it out sometime. But I'm very afraid, even if I just use water, about, I don't know if things get molded inside, once things get wet, I'm not sure. But just to be on the safe side, I just don't mess with it. So anyway, yeah, so I guess, it was a little bit of a random random video talking about different things. I'm still kind of getting over this flu, but you know, I'm almost like I feel like I'm 90% there, 95% there. Just a little bit of cough here and there. And just my voice is not totally like back to normal. But other than that, like I'm doing pretty good. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I mean, just with, you know, YouTube, and, you know, I think like if we can all be just give each other the benefit of the doubt a little bit more rather than making assumptions and jumping to conclusions, because even though, you know, we're kind of in this platform where we're just each posting our own content and videos, you know, content can really be hurtful to people if you're not careful. And maybe even if, you know, yeah, maybe, you know, people say things and they don't realize, you know, how it'll be taken by others. But I think just being more mindful is just really, really important. So, 'cause I know there's been just like, I think there's probably been a lot of drama and random things happening in the community that I've missed just because I'm so behind on videos. But yeah, no, I just wanted to hop on and say that. And just to say, Annie, we love you and we hope you come back really soon. And yeah, lots of hugs to you and Piper. And I know I speak for a lot of people when I say that. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment below. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.